Computer, give me the next question.
Justin Kress asks, recently I came across someone who thought Star Trek Voyager's B'Elanna Torres was too Klingon and should have been used to show Latin culture simply because Roxann Dawson, the actress who portrayed her, was Latina. What are your thoughts on this?
Okay, that's such an interesting question. B'Elanna Torres was too Klingon and should have been used to show Latin culture. First off, Mr. Know-It-All is Puerto Rican. So I had this question, and I was a Klingon in my persona for Starfleet, the International Star Trek Fan Club, which I'm no longer a part of, but I was a commissioned chief engineer, later on a commander of the USS StarQuest, which was, up until probably a few years back, which was a ship in good standing. My thought is, I disagree, and I feel like the point of Star Trek is to take real life and then create allegorical mythology. So these are stories that teach us something through the characters and the various interactions therein. Klingons were a stand-in for Cold War Russia. Romulans were based on the communist China, etc., etc., etc. I think that B'Elanna comes in as sort of, she's a half-breed, if you will. Half Klingon, half human. Her half-human side, Torres, being Latina. She was a great allegory. There are very few 100% hardcore. There's almost no Borinqueño, which are the original Indians that made up the Puerto Ricans. Okay? There's no Aztecs anymore. What you have are Mexicans, and you have Puerto Ricans, and you have Hondurans, and Argentinians, and Spaniards, and the whole bit. Everyone's mixed with something else. We all are very much that combination. And if you ask any one of them, some of our women are hot-headed, some of our men are whatever else, and you have all these things and combinations and everything else. I believe she was exactly what she needed to be, which was within the concept of an allegory. She was that Latina presence aboard the Voyager and within the Star Trek universe. Obviously, today we love to have, I want characters are diverse and this and that, everything else. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I definitely feel like her being that allowed for the series to tell unique stories from a perspective she could come from. And I think that was a great place, very important place nonetheless. So yeah, there you go. Now you know. And always have the battle. I'm Everett McDonald, yourself.